Okay, so if you can please switch on your cameras so I can see you. Okay, excellent, fantastic. All right, hello Wanyan, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher.
Okay, and what have you been doing recently?
Attending tuition class and online classes.
Okay, all right, fantastic, thank you. La Ji Chi, how are you?
Fine.
Good, and what have you been doing recently?
Having tuition classes.
Okay, your audio is not very clear. Is it possible for you to use a headset with a microphone or sit closer to the microphone, please? All right, thank you. Okay, hello Yavinash, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Miss.
Good, and what have you been doing recently?
I'm studying, Miss. Recently.
Okay, what are you studying?
I'm studying for diploma in business in Indian University.
Okay, very good, excellent.
Thank you.
Hello Kavanash,
Hello.
how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Good, and what have you been doing recently?
Learning.
Learning? What have you been learning?
BM. Bahasa Melayu.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you. Hello Mithul, how are you?
I'm fine.
Very good, and what have you been doing recently?
Nothing too interesting, just studying.
Okay, do you still have classes online, or can you go back to school now?
Still online.
Okay, all right. How long more do you think the online classes are going to be?
Probably till next year.
Oh, really? Oh dear. Okay, and hello, is it Tan?
Yeah,
Tan, okay, hi, how are you?
feeling good.
Very good. And what have you been doing recently?
Nothing much.
No?
Oh,
Okay. Have you been attending classes online?
yeah,
And how were the online classes?
they were all right.
They're okay. All right, very good. Okay, good to see you all here today. Okay, so what can you remember what we talked about last week? What things did we speak about in the class? Can anyone remember? Last week, what did we talk about? What was the subject? Anyone? Just last week?
Speaking.
Yeah, so we had lots of speaking. What did we speak about? Can you remember? We spoke
about celebrations.
Yes, we spoke about festivals and celebrations. Very good. Anything else?
Security.
Sorry? Anything else?
And rules.
Very good. Excellent. Tan, did you say something?
Oh, I was talking about security.
Very good. We spoke about crime, didn't we? We spoke about security. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Kavanash, no, the class is 2 hours. It's a 2-hour class.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's continue on the theme of crime today. So here, there are 2 pictures. Can everybody see the pictures on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what can you see in the first picture?
A person taking a mask to rob something.
Okay. What is the name of this person? What is she doing? What's the crime?
I trying to rob something.
Okay,
Shoplifting.
she's
Somebody-
shoplifting. Very good. Is that you, Tan?
Yeah.
Shoplifting.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Okay, Kavanash, can you please just mute your microphone?
I have one question. What is shoplifting?
I will tell you in 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and okay, so this girl here is shoplifting. Okay, so that's the crime that she is committing. That's what she is doing. It's called shoplifting. Okay. And she is a shoplifter. Okay. All right. What about this picture here? What can you see in this picture here?
Person drinking drugs
Taking drugs. Very good. Anything else?
and trashing up.
Okay,
the
Kavanash. Okay, Kavanash, I'm just mute yourself. Let the other people in the class speak. Okay. All right. So Mittal, what do you think? What do you think these people are doing?
They robbed the house or something.
Yeah, they're in a house which doesn't belong to them. Does anybody know what is the word for when people live in,
Vandalism.
yes, they're committing vandalism. Excellent, very good, Tan. But what is the name of the crime when people live in a house that doesn't belong to them? What's the name? Yavanash, do you know?
Is it thief, ma'am?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Does anyone know? Okay, so the crime is called squatting. Okay, and the people in the photographs are called squatters because they are in a house which doesn't belong to them. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to take a look at these words here. Let me just highlight them for you. So the words are vandal, kidnapper, arsonist, blackmailer, shoplifter, smuggler, mugger, drug trafficker, hijacker, pickpocketer, and murderer. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to match these words with the definitions here. Okay. So for example, number 1, a person who kills someone. What do you think a person who kills someone is called? What's the word? Any ideas?
Murderer.
Very good, Tan. Thank you. It's a murderer. Okay. All right. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to match these words to their definitions here. And when you have finished, tell me in the chat box by writing done. Okay. Does everybody know what you have to do? Yeah. Are you okay, Wanyon?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Are you okay, La Ji Chi?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so complete the sentences and when you have finished, write done in the chat box to let me know that you have finished. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Tan and Kavanash. Just waiting for everyone else to let me know that they have finished. When you have finished, remember, just write done in the chat box, okay? Okay, has everybody finished? If you have, just write done in the chat box to let me know, okay? Okay, so thank you, Tan, thank you, Kavanash, thank you, Wan Yon, thank you, Laji Chi, thank you, Yavanash. Mittal, are you okay? Have you finished? If you can let me know in the chat box. Excellent, well done. Right, brilliant. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers now and see what answers you got. Okay, so number 2, please, Wan Yun. Can you read out number 2, please?
Export goods into or out of a country illegally. Smuggler.
Smuggler, very good, excellent. Can you say that word again for me?
Smuggler.
Very good, smuggler, very good. Number 3, please, Lajichi. Yes, yeah, Lajichi, number 3, please.
Deliberately sets fire to a building. Arsonist.
Very good, excellent. Number 3 is an arsonist. Lajichi, your audio is not very clear. Is there any way you can perhaps switch off the external noise or use a headset with a microphone? Do you have one?
I already use.
Sorry?
I already use it.
You're already using it. Okay. All right. It's not very clear. Okay. Don't worry. All right. Kavanash, can you turn on your camera, please?
Yeah.
Number 4, please.
For steals things from people's pockets, or bags in public places. Pickpocket.
Very good. Okay. Number 5, please, Mittal.
Okay, threatens to give away secrets unless he/she is given money. I don't really know this one, so I just put vandal.
No, it's not vandal,
Okay,
but thank.
is it blackmailer?
Yes, it is. Well done. It's a blackmailer. Very good. Okay, and then number 6, please. Who haven't I asked? Number 6, please, Tan.
Shoplifter.
Can you read out the sentence for me?
Takes things from shops without paying for them. Shoplifter.
Very good. Excellent. Shoplifter. Very good. Okay. And number 7, please, Yavanash. I can't hear you, Yavanash. Number 7, please, Yavanash.
Hello, Miss.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. Hold someone prisoner until he or she is given money. It's kidnapper.
Very good. Excellent. Kidnapper. And Kavanash, can you please not draw on the thank you. Okay, number 8, please, Wanyan.
Takes control of an airplane by force. Hijacker.
Very good. Oops, hijacker. Very good. Number 9, please, Lajichi.
Deliberately damages other people's property. Vandal.
Vandal, very good. And number 10, please, Kavanash.
Attack people in the street and steals their money. Mugger.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to think of what the crime is that these people do, okay? So as I was explaining before, a shoplifter, the crime that a shoplifter does is called shoplifting, okay? What is the crime that a murderer commits? What is it called?
Murdering.
Murdering.
It's called a murder.
Murder. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I'd like you to do with the rest of these criminals, the names for these criminals, I'd like you to think of what the crimes are. Okay. And let me know in the chat box once you have finished. Okay. Does everyone understand? Yeah. All right. And write done in the chat box when you have finished. Okay, so just waiting for a few more students to tell me that they have finished. Okay, are you okay, Wanyan? Have you finished?
I haven't finished.
Okay, all right, just a few more moments. Okay, excellent. All right, so let's take a look at these crimes then. So Yavanash, what do you think a smuggler does? What's the name of the crime?
It's smuggling.
Very good, excellent. So number 2 is smuggling. Very good. Okay, number 3, please. Tan, somebody who's an arsonist, what's the crime?
Arsoning,
No, it's not arsoning. Try again.
arson,
Yeah, it's arson. Very good. So it's just arson. That's the name of the crime. Okay. Number 4, please. Wanyan, somebody who steals from somebody's pockets. What's the name of the crime?
Pocket.
Pickpocketing. Yes, very, very good. Pickpocketing. Pickpocketing. Only 2 T's there. Good, excellent. Okay, and number 5, please, Laji Chi, somebody who threatens to give away secrets. What's the name of the crime?
Blackmail.
Blackmail, very good, excellent. Very good. And then number 7, please, Kavanash, a kidnapper. What's the name of the crime?
Kidnapping.
Very good, excellent. And number 8, please, Mittel, somebody who hijacks a plane.
Is it hijack?
Yep, very good. Or it's a hijacking. That's the active. So the verb is to hijack, and the actual activity is hijacking. It's a hijacking. Okay, and then number 9, please. Tan, somebody who deliberately damages an other people's property. What's the name of?
vandalism,
Very good,
vandalism.
very good. Vandalism. Can you say that again for me?
Vandalism,
Very good. And then number 10, please, Wanyon, a mugger. What's the crime?
Mugging.
Mugging. Very good. Can you say that again for me?
Mugging.
Mugging. Good. Excellent. All right. Does anyone have any questions? No? Is everyone okay?
Yes. No.
All right, okay, fantastic. All right, so let's take a look at some verbs here. So the verbs are burgle, rob, and steal. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to match the verbs with the appropriate pair of nouns. So can you burgle an office? Can you burgle money or jewelry? Or can you burgle a bank or a person? What do you think the correct answer is? Is it A, B, or C?
A.
Sorry, Kavanash?
A.
A, very good. Yes, you burgle an office or a house. Excellent, very good. Okay, so burgle. Okay, what's the name of the person who burgles a house or an office? What are they called?
Burglar.
Very good, Tan. Excellent. Very good. Burglar. All right. What about B? What's the verb? Money, jewelry.
Steal.
Very good. Steal. Was that you, Tan?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. What's the name of a person who steals money or jewelry? Any ideas? It's called a thief. Okay. And then the last one, a bank and a person.
Rob.
Very good, Tan. Thank you. And what's the name of a person who robs a
Robber.
robber? Excellent. Very good. Well done. All right. Okay, good. Does anyone have any questions? All right. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to look at these punishments, okay? And I'd like you to decide which of these punishments are the most severe and which are the least severe. So I'd like you to put them in order, okay? So A, to sentence someone to life imprisonment. B, to order someone to do 200 hours community service. C, to sentence someone to death. D, to order someone to pay £200 fine. And E, to give someone a 2-year prison sentence. Does anyone have any problems with vocabulary? Are there any words that you don't understand?
What does imprisonment mean?
Imprisonment means to go to prison.
What's the difference between A and E then?
Okay, so life imprisonment is the noun. The verb is to imprison someone. And the meaning is send somebody to go to prison. Yeah? Do you understand, Miss Hall?
Yeah. And how about E? I don't get the difference between A and E.
Okay, so the first one, A, is life, meaning somebody spends all of their life in prison. Whereas E, to give someone 2 years prison sentence, it means they only spend 2 years in prison.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you into pairs now. And with your partner, I'd like you to discuss which punishment is the most severe and then put the punishments in order. So number 1 is the most severe and number 5 is the least severe. Okay, does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Kavanash. Okay, so can you take a screenshot of this slide, please? And let me know in the chat box once you've taken the screenshot. Okay, so let me know in the chat box once you've taken the screenshot. Thank you, Yavanash. Thank you, Wanyan. Thank you, Lachi. Thank you, Mittal. Kavanash, can you tell me? And Tan. Thank you. And Laji Chi, can you tell me that you've taken the, thank you, Tan. Laji Chi, can you tell me that you've taken the, thank you, fantastic. All right, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms now, everyone. Okay, the other students are still talking, so we're just going to give them a few more moments, okay? Okay.
All right.
Okay, all right. So please turn on your cameras, everyone. Okay, so when I put you in breakout rooms, it's because I want you to practice speaking. Okay, so please don't sit in the breakout room in silence. It's an opportunity for you to practice speaking, and it's important that you do speak. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at your answers. Kavanash, which was the most severe punishment? What did you decide?
Okay, number 1 is death.
Okay. So you said number 1 is death. Okay.
Number 2 is life imprisonment.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I've just made a mistake. Yeah. Okay. So number 1 is death,
Yes.
and number 2 is life imprisonment. Okay. Your number 3?
Number 3, I have one question. In the 200 hours community service, do they sleep or not?
And yeah, they sleep.
Okay, then yeah, 2-year prison for number 3.
2-year prison. Very good.
Number 4 is 200-hour community service,
Okay.
and number 5, 200 fine.
Okay. Very good. All right. Okay. Yavanash, do you agree with Kavanash?
Yeah, I do agree with him.
Okay. Why do you agree with him?
Because in order to the first one, is it the, I mean, like, is that the most severe one?
Yeah. So to sentence someone to death,
Mhm.
Kavanash thinks that that is very severe. It's the most severe.
So the fifth one is the least severe.
Yeah.
That means I agree with him.
Yeah. Okay. Why do you agree with him?
Because you can't decide someone to just death like that, like Miss said last week.
All right. Okay. Okay. Lajichi, do you agree with Yavanash and Kavanash?
Yes,
Why?
because I think to sentence someone there, instead of this, saying the last imprisonment
Okay, I'm really Lajichi, I'm really sorry. I can't hear you today. Your audio is not clear at all. I'm really sorry. Mithul, do you agree with Yavanash?
Yes,
Okay, why?
because like death is just extreme. It's just like killing someone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And the fifth one, like it kind of depends if you want to put the fifth or four. Like 500, is that euros or is it dollars? I think that's euros, right?
No, it's pounds.
Isn't that euros?
No, it's not euros, it's pounds.
But that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
as severe as the rest.
Okay, as the others. Okay. And Tan, do you agree with Mithul?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
since the most severe is death and the second one is life. The fifth one, the least severe, I think it's the most least severe because you just need to spend some money. If you have the cash, it's easy to get out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And number four, you just need to commit community service. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't need to. You still can go home, take a shower, stay at your bed. Well,
Stay in bed. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then the 2 years in prison sentence, you're gonna live in a very terrible environment. Well, the second one, you're gonna live in that terrible environment for your rest of your life. Well, C, you're gonna die. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Wan Yan, do you agree with Tan?
Yes, I agree with him.
Okay, why? Why do you agree with Tan?
Because if we just have to pay for it, we still can have freedom. But if we are in prison forever or maybe 2 years, I think we just have to stay in the prison and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so we're going to have a little break now to give you a chance to go to the toilet if you need to go. Also, if you need to get a drink. So can you come back in 10 to 15 minutes, please, everyone? Okay. All right.
Okay.
See you soon. If you can turn on your cameras. Thank you. Okay, good. All right. So what I'd like you to do now is we're going to look at some questions here. Okay. And I'd like you to discuss what punishment the people should be given. Okay. So for example, should these people be given any punishment, and discuss what punishment they should be given. So for example, number one, a 73-year-old woman who stole a scarf from a department store. Number two, 3 16-year-old vandals who set fire to litter bins and sprayed paint on parked cars. Number three, a gang of armed men who hijacked a plane with 135 passengers on board and threatened to blow it up. 2 men who mugged another, robbing him of £10 and breaking several of his teeth. And then finally, a businessman who has earned millions from drug trafficking. Okay. So I'd like you to give your opinions. So remember, these are expressions to give your opinion. So for example, in my opinion, to my mind, from my point of view, personally, I think, I strongly believe. Also, if you agree or disagree with somebody, so I totally agree, I think so too, I agree up to a point, I really don't think so, I completely disagree. Okay, So does anyone have any questions? Are there any words that you don't understand? Anything that you don't understand? Is everyone okay? Does everyone know what you have to do? So I'm going to put you into breakout rooms again, and I'd like you to discuss what sentence you should give all of these people. Okay, so should they be given a fine, or should they go to prison, or should they do community service? Okay. So if you can take a screenshot, please, of these questions and let me know in the chat box once you've taken that screenshot. Okay, thank you, everyone. So just take a screenshot and let me know in the chat box that you've taken the screenshot. So thank you, Kavanash. Thank you, Yavanash. Thank you, Wanyan. Thank you, Tan. Thank you, Chi, sorry. Thank you, Mittal. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms now, everyone. Is everyone okay? Does everyone know what you have to do? Yeah? All right, good. So remember, when I'm going to put you into breakout rooms, you must speak, okay? Please do not sit there in silence, and you must talk together and agree and disagree using these expressions, okay? All right. Have you two finished?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, have you discussed all the crimes and together
Yes.
you've, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, all right. The other students are still talking, okay? So just a few more moments, okay?
Okay, Miss.
All right. Okay, so everyone has finished now. So we're just waiting for the other students to come back. And
Everyone's here, I think.
are they?
Yeah, they're all here.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Yeah, excellent. All right, great. Okay, so let's take a look at the punishments and see what you decided. So let me just share my screen with you. Here we are. Okay, so Wan Yun, a 73-year-old woman who stole a scarf from a department store. What prison sentence or punishment should she get? Number one, what do you think?
In my opinion, I think she will have to pay about 200 pounds.
So she should pay a fine. Is that what you think?
Yes,
Of £200?
yes, that's
Yeah.
right. So
All right. Okay. Tan, do you agree with Wan Yan?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think the fine price is a bit too high. Like,
So how
like
much do you
150.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yavanash, do you agree with Wan Yan and Tan?
I agree with Benyan because she is a 70-year-old woman, so she can't do any physical activities. So the only choice is to just pay her fine and go. That's all.
Okay. And how much should the fine be?
It should be an affordable for her.
Okay. So do you think it should be £150 or £200?
I think 150 can.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. What do you think, Kavanash? What punishment should a 73-year-old woman who stole a scarf from a department store get?
I definitely agree with Wanyan, Tan, and Yavinash because, first of all, yes, she's an elderly woman, which means she can't do any activities, physical activities. So just pay a fine, right? Because the scarf she was already supposed to pay, so just pay a fine. And it is too high, so the reasonable price should be 150 pounds. Wait,
Okay.
yeah.
£150. Okay. All right. Mittal, do you agree with Kavanash?
Yes. But it also kind of depends, like the limit depends. If like you're buying if you stole a scarf from a branded store, it should cost a lot. But if it's just like from a random cheap store, like cost $5, the price can be like quite low, like 20.
Okay. All right. So how much should she pay as a fine?
It kind of depends on what kind. Is it branded or just a normal kind of scarf?
Oh, okay. All right. And Li Jia Chi, what do you think?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Sorry, I can't hear you today, La Chi. Sorry. Your audio is not very clear. Okay, all right, let's look at number 2. 3 16-year-olds, 6-year-old vandals who set fire to litter bins and sprayed paint on parked cars. Yavinash, what do you think their punishment should be?
I'm thinking ask them to do a 200 hours community service.
Okay, why?
In order to, how to say, to service to other people.
I know.
Okay, but Kavanash, I will ask you to speak when Yavinash has finished. So we've got to be polite in this class and respect one another.
I'm sorry. I was just
Alright.
thinking, I know.
Okay, all right. When I want you to speak, I will ask you. Okay. So Yavinash, sorry, can you continue?
Yeah, miss, that's the one I was saying. Miss. They should help elderly people to carry things
Mm-hmm.
and clean the streets. Yeah, that's the punishment should give them.
Okay, why? Why do you think community service is the right punishment?
In order to show respect to the other people's.
To the other people?
Yeah, because
Other-
they fired to the litter bins and sprayed paint on parked car, right?
So they set fire. They set fire.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah, that-
damaged the public how to say,
Property.
public property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mithul, do you agree with Yavanash?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Okay, like they're just teenagers. They
Mhm.
didn't even graduate yet. So it's like so extreme for them to go to jail or pay 200. I doubt that they even have that much. And it's like they already did some harming to the society. So like the 200 rousing, what's it called again? 200 hours.
Pounds, 200 hours community service.
Yeah, it just makes some sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tan, do you agree with Mithul and Yavanash?
Yeah, they should be doing community service.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Oh, because they can't afford 200 pounds or to pay a fine unless they put it like 50 pounds like that, or they're too young to go to prison since they're 16, only 16.
Mm-hmm.
They should be doing community service to help repay for the to help rebuild the damage they done
Mm-hmm.
to the public's property.
To public
So,
property.
yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, and Wanyan, do you agree with Tan?
Yes, I totally agree with him.
Okay, why?
Because just as Nicole said, the teenagers can't afford 200 pounds and maybe they can't go in jail at this age. So just doing some community service will be okay, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at the next one. A gang of armed men who hijacked a plane with 135 passengers on board and threatened to blow it up. Tan, what do you think their punishment should be? Tan? Are you there?
Yeah. Yes.
What's their punishment?
Or I would say a life
Imprisonment?
Yeah, life imprisonment.
Okay, why?
Because they threatened to blow it up. They hijacked a plane with 135 passengers. They could have killed someone or blow up the whole plane.
Mm-hmm.
They threatened them to give them money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They broke a lot of laws. Yeah.
Okay. Kavanash, do you agree with Tan?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. Okay.
They're hijacked a plane with 135 passengers, which are a lot of people, and then threatens to blow it up, killing 135 people. That's just too extreme. I think they should have the severe punishment of death.
Ooh. Okay. All
I mean,
right.
they're trying to kill 135 for money. Like, what? They hijacked a plane and trying to kill 135 passengers. I think they deserve to get death.
Okay. All right. Yavanash, do you agree with Kavanash or do you agree with Tan?
I don't agree with both of them
Okay, that's fine.
because I think it is more important to give them a second chance to realize their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go with a 2-year prison so that they can realize the mistake that they did. It was wrong. So
Mistake that they made, not they did. The mistake they made. Okay, so just 2 years.
yeah.
Okay, it's very lenient. Wanyan, do you agree with Yavanash or do you agree with Kavanash or do you agree with Tan? Wanyan?
I don't think I agree with him. I agree with Kavinash, I think,
Okay, why?
because they hijacked a plane with 135 passengers. That means about hundreds of life, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he deserved that punishment.
Okay, all right. Okay, and Mittel, do you agree with Wan Yan?
Okay, so like you killing people is little extreme, but I kind of get it. They're trying to kill 135, and like, isn't a gang? How much people are in a gang? Like 3 or more.
It doesn't say how many. It just says a gang of armed men.
Okay, so they're trying to kill like 135. So they're like blowing up. So if you think about it, they're gonna use a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So they can actually kill themselves with the bomb. It like kind of depends what bomb they're using, like C4 or a grenade. If grenade, they're totally dead. If C4, they can activate it anytime they want, so they're alive. But I feel like killing them is just too much. I feel like they should go to prison for like rest of their life. I feel like killing them also gives them freedom. They get to roam around, not stuck in a bar under the bars. So you just put them in jail, they're like stuck there for the eternity of their life. It's like, how do I say this? Depressing for them.
Okay,
So
all
you
right.
tell them they get freedom. I feel like it is just put them behind bars. They're about to commit suicide one day.
Okay, all right. That's interesting. Okay, thank you. Okay, and what about the next one? 2 men who mugged another, robbing him of £10 and breaking several of his teeth. Wan Yun, what do you think the punishment should be?
For this, the punishment I think for them is to give them a 2-year prison sentence.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why?
Because I think the three about the second one is more okay, because the two men, not the people, maybe they can accidentally kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they should go to the prison for 2 years.
Should
But-
go to prison, not go to the prison. Go to prison
Go to prison for 2
Mhm.
years.
for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Mhm.
However, I don't think they should get to prison, to life in prison, because I don't think it's too terrible.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Yavanash, do you agree with Wan Yan?
Yes, Miss, I agree with Manyam.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because they can change their character within the 2 years also, Miss, by
Mm-hmm.
prisoning them for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So still they can realize their what is the mistake they did, and
Mistake
they
they
can
made. They don't do mistakes,
Okay.
they make mistakes.
they made the mistake. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that they have time to change themselves to be an independent person to live in this community.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's all.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Mittal, do you agree with Wan Yan and Yavinash?
Okay. I feel like they should pay up because they robbed him for $10. So like maybe they should pay a fine to like give him back his money. And the breaking the teeth part, I feel like he can just replace it with some fake teeth. People do that. I feel like they should, just pay up the fine.
Okay, and how much should the fine be?
Probably 200. Like they broke his teeth, so maybe they pay it with that.
£200.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's just too extreme to go to jail. They didn't really do like such a big of a deal. Too big.
Okay. All right. Okay. And Tan, do you agree with Mittal?
I agree on the fine, but I disagree on the prison. They should
Okay.
go to prison due to them attacking a person, and the fine because they took £10, so they should pay like £200 for it, while going to 2 years in prison. Yeah.
Okay. So you agree with the fine, not on the fine. I agree with the fine. Okay. All right. And Kavanash, do you agree with Tan?
I don't know. I think I agree with who was the first one that answered this again?
It was Wan Yan.
Oh yeah, I agree with 1 year because going to sentence them to jail for 2 years, that's okay. For a lifetime, I don't think so, but 2 years, I don't mind because they're trying to break his teeth. I mean, sure, he can replace it with fake teeth, but that's breaking teeth. Like, imagine if there's no such thing as fake teeth. Yeah, he can't even eat. He would starve to death. And robbing him 10 tons,
10 pounds.
10 pounds? Yeah, I think he should go to 2 years in prison.
They should go to prison for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you. And what about the last one? A businessman who has earned millions from drug trafficking. Mittal, what do you think?
Okay, I feel like he should, like maybe he should like go to jail for
Okay.
2 years. He shouldn't go for like forever because he's not really hurting anybody like the plane crash. They're threatening them. He's just like forcing them to take it. He's not hurting them. He's just forcing. Isn't forcing not kind of hurting?
Okay. All right. That's
So
interesting.
he should go to jail because he's forcing a person to do something that they don't want.
Okay. All right. Yavanash, do you agree with Mittal?
Yes, Miss, I agree with him.
Do you think 2 years in prison is long enough?
2 years, it's not so okay, but it should be extended another 10 years, in my opinion.
Okay, so you think he should go to prison for 12 years?
Yes.
Okay, why?
So that he will know what mistake he done.
He
Sorry. He made.
Make a mistake.
Okay. Yeah, then still the same for the third and the fourth answer I gave just now. So he has a time to change himself and to realize his mistakes.
Okay, all right, very similar to the other answers. Okay, Kavanash, do you agree with Yavanash or do you agree with Mittal?
I agree with Yavinash because yes, he can think about what he's done. And 12 years is kind of too long. So I think at least 5 or 7 years is good enough.
Okay, all right. Wan Yan, do you agree with Kavanash?
No, but in my opinion, I think they should do 200 hours of community service.
Okay, why?
And go to prison for about maybe 10 years.
Okay, so they should go to prison for 10 years and do 200 hours of community service.
Yes.
Okay, why?
Because they have done the wrong thing.
Okay, all right. And Tan, do you agree with Wan Yan?
So selling something that could drives.
Okay. Wan Yan, I can't hear you anymore. Your audio is breaking up. Tan, do you agree?
No, I do not agree.
Okay, so you disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. I think he should go to prison for life, since even though he's not forcing people to take drugs, he's still selling illegal substances to people. They might die from it. Yeah, from drug overdose and other stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's life in prison.
Very good. Yes. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, is everybody okay? Kavanash, are you okay?
I can't see the screen. It's just
Okay, that's because I'm moving it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right. Okay. Okay. Is everybody okay?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Good. Okay. Laji Chi, I'm sorry I didn't ask you to speak then because there's a problem with your audio today.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So hopefully next week, if you can sort out your audio.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of interference. All right. So what I'd like you to do now for the last few minutes of the class, just give me 2 seconds and let me get this ready for you. Okay, here we are. Just give me a second. I just need to find the next activity I'd like you to do. Okay. Okay, here we are. All right. So what I'd like you to do is on my screen now, you can see 2 photographs. Can everybody see these photographs?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So they show different learning environments, okay? What I'd like you to do is, in a moment, I'm going to put you in a room, in breakout rooms, and I want you to talk with your partner about these 2 different learning environments. I'd like you to compare these photographs and say which learning environment you prefer and why. And then I'd like you to answer question number 1 here. And this question here is, in the UK, children can be educated by teachers at school or by their parents at home. What do you think the advantages and the disadvantages of education at home are? Okay. Does everybody understand the question? So the first question I'd like you to answer is this question here. I'd like you to compare these photos and say which learning environment you prefer and why, and discuss this with your partner. And then answer this question here. What do you think the advantages and the disadvantages of education at home are? Okay, does everybody understand what the question is? Can you tell me? I can't hear you.
Yes, miss.
Okay, very good. Okay, so if you can all take a screenshot and let me know once you've taken the screenshot, please.
Done.
Thank you, Yavinash.
So we just answered the first question. That's it.
No, you answered 2 questions.
All right.
So you answer this question here. You say which learning environment you prefer and why. And then you answer this question here. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of education at home? Okay, does everybody understand?
Yes.
All right, good. Has everybody taken a screenshot?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms now. Okay, great. Okay, the other students are still talking, so we're just going to wait a few more moments for them to come back. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
All right. Okay. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. All right, so Tan, which of these learning environments do you prefer and why?
I prefer education at school because
Mhm.
you get to make friends, you get to talk with friends, you get to learn in more of a professional place, and also you will have social skills. You get to learn.
Mhm. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yavanash, do you agree with Tan?
Yes, Miss, I agree with Tam.
Why?
Because students can communicate with their teacher and improve their knowledge by speaking and asking more questions with their miss.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, and what do you think the advantages and disadvantages of education at home are? Mittal, what do you think?
Okay, so the advantage of staying at home is like you get more freedom. You can go get snacks with no limits to yourself, and you can leave early. But the disadvantage is your parents might not know that much. Like you come across a topic that they never learned yet. Also, it's like completely new to them in the generation. So they're clueless, and you cannot learn that.
Okay, all right. Kavanash, do you agree with Mittal?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Can you turn on your camera, please, Kavanash?
Just have it off. Sorry. Yes, I agree.
Why?
Because the advantage is, yeah, because it's your home, you feel comfy at your home because you like it, you know. You have your own freedom, you can eat and do whatever you want. And yes, your parents might not know the topic for the specific for this generation because am I going this too far?
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, and Wanyan, what do you think? What are the advantages and disadvantages of education at home?
In my opinion, I think the advantages of educated by
Education?
education in home is the student or children can be more relaxed, and maybe they can also they don't have to study so hard, and maybe they can have some more can relaxed time, I think.
Okay. Okay. And what are the disadvantages, Wanyan?
And the disadvantages is the students can be indisciplined.
Very good.
they can maybe run around in the house instead of sitting in front of the study table and studying with their parents. Their parents can be tired, I think.
Okay, very good. Excellent. All right. Okay, well done, everyone. Thank you very much for all your hard work today. That's the end of the class. So have a good week and I will see you next week. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss. Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you.